You're trying to buy your first wig. You're trying to decide, what am I going to buy and what do I do? Where do I go? So this is what I'm here to try to share with you today, because I know the pain of just trying to figure it out. You're so afraid. You're going to be spending some money and you think, I got to get it right. I have to get it right. And what I would suggest with is one of your first wigs is go for a budget-friendly wig to find, do you like wigs? Do you like this wig that you buy? The next thing I think that you should go with is figuring out, okay, this is my hair color, and this is really very close to my hair color. Mine's a bit more white, and this is more of a silver with some blonde and some very, very light, tiny little bit of browns in there, but a very realistic light gray. Very, very nice in person. Studio lights always change it. Beautiful color in the natural daylight. The cut, is, you can see, is a bob, and it's a lot like my own hair. That's just parted to the side and kind of angles down here along my chin line. And then the back. Now, I don't have all of this back and volume that this has. As you can see here, there's just not a lot back here in the crown or in my temple areas. So that's what I wanted to do. I think the first thing you should go on is decide to buy a length that's closest to your own hair. Because if you get one that's as close to your own hair, but with all the volume you're looking for, you're going to fool everybody. People aren't going to necessarily remember that I had thin hair in the back of my head, because normally if I try to go out with my own bio hair, I did everything I can to fluff it up. They're just going to think you're having a really great hair day, and they're going to say, oh, you got your hair done, it looks so good. So that's more the type of reaction, believe me, that your friends and family are going to get. So I think the first wig you should go with, close to your own hair, as close as possible, and that's going to give you that foolability to the rest of the world out there. The next thing I would say is to get something that is going to be comfortable and it's going to look as realistic as possible. When you get a wig that has this lace front on the front of it, if you wear your hair away from your face, go with something that has a lace front on it. Now this has a left side part. You can't really change anything on that. Then it has velvet ear tabs with the metal stays to push it in, and it has the extended nape, the Velcro fasteners, which I like the Velcro fasteners, easy to adjust, whatever you need. The open wefting, which really allows for it to be cool. They have hairs that are sewn on the underside of the velvet tabs, which I think is always very nice because it helps really disguise that it's a wig. The name of this wig this wig was sent to me from Inner Bellezza, and they sent me, her name is Zoe, Z-O-E, Zoe, and the color is 6101. As I said, it's a beautiful color and is going to look a lot like what my hair, I wish, looked like. But it's going to look as close to my hair as I can possibly get, but with all the volume and beauty I've been missing for quite a while. Let's go ahead and try her on. I have a wig grip on. What I've tried to do too, remember when you're lightheaded like me, is I don't try to put makeup here close to my hairline. I try to wait until after I put the wig on so that then I can go blend it up or smooth it in. Otherwise, you end up getting makeup all in the front of your wig. So if you're looking for it, you're a beginner, this is first time you're coming looking for a wig, let me show you how we're going to put it on. So I grab it here by the back, not the lace front, because you could tear and fray the lace front. We always want to be gentle with that lace front. So then I'm going to put my head into it, my forehead, trying not to really get into the makeup, and just like that, put it on. You're going to want to adjust it as close, you want to do it close to your hairline, and you usually want to have, the positioning is above your eyebrows, 4 fingers. So that is where a person's natural hairline is. So if you don't have any hair in that area, then bring it to where it's to your fingers, or back if you have it down too low. I just took the tags off. She's brand new. They just sent it to me. When you first get a wig, usually it's kind of like packed because it's been in a box. You don't know how long. It's been packaging. You don't know how long when they've made the wig. So sometimes they can get set, cold set, especially if they're traveling back and forth, different parts of the country. Maybe it went from Texas to the Netherlands, or from the U.S. to the Netherlands, or whatever. They get warm, they get cold, and they can actually set a certain way. So I would always suggest a good idea is when you get it out, is you can shake it out, put it onto a wig block or a wig stand like this. Let it sit overnight. Sometimes you're going to get it and you're going to say, that does not look like what Mel B had on, or any other wig person that's showing you their wigs. And that's because when we get it out of the box, we kind of know the process of what to do. We know how to make it our own. And so that's what I hope that as you're watching my videos, that I'm helping you learn how to find your wig and how to make wigs your own. When you first get it, it may look really packed down where it's just like that, and maybe it doesn't look the way you want it to. Maybe it's not hanging in the face that you want it to. It doesn't look like the picture on the website. And then a lot of times the picture on the website, it's been fluffed and fixed and styled and made to sell, right? Made to look really, really good. Sometimes I see pictures on wigs and I think, oh gosh, that looks really wiggy. The reason why that can happen is because they haven't done anything to it, because they want you to get it, and when you get it, to make it your own. So after you get your wig on, always check the sides to see, how's my hair blending in, and that blending in perfectly. You can see this was like the perfect match for my hair color and for the length of my bob. This has a beautiful hairline because it goes temple to temple. So that looks like it's growing right out of my head. So this is going to be a good one to be able to wear back. If you see a little bit right here of this lifting, this is actually a piece that is going all the way down to the ear tab. And what I'm going to do is when that happens, you can just trim that back a little bit closer to the hair without cutting into the hair. And then that's going to make that lay down a lot better. And you can see here it lays down. It just wasn't laying down when I was pulling on it. Or if you get buckling here on the lace, it's one or two things. And you're just going to have to play with the adjusters that are in the back, because that can happen because you have it too tight, or maybe if you're wearing a wig grip, it's too much forward towards the lace, and the thickness of the wig grip is when you make the lace lift up. And so it's not getting a nice stretch on your forehead around to the elastic adjusters. If that's happening, play around with what wig grip are you wearing? Is it too tight? Is it too loose? Is it in the position over your ears? Play around with it to see what those adjustments would be to make that hairline a better fit. I really am super excited about Zoe here because she is so close to my natural hair, except with all the volume. I'm really, really shocked and surprised. But I can tell you right now that this is a little bit, and you can tell it's not super, super shiny. If your wig is shiny, for you beginners that don't know this, you can get this as Batiste, and it's a dry shampoo. So the thing to do is get some dry shampoo and put it on your hair. That's going to knock down the shine. I'm going to get in there with my fingers because I want to make this part not so flat. I want to have some volume in here, and just like that, you can see how that starts to wake these fibers up. And now I can make it have a really great style without looking like a really flat bob. That to me makes it look more like a wig. You knock off with the dry shampoo. So I want to get in there some more with my fingertips, kind of like take my fingertips and wake up if any permatease is in there. Wake it up, because your own hair. If you go get a nice haircut and a blowout, it's just not going to be flat. You're not going to pay money to go get your hair done and it just be flat and lifeless, or look flat and dull, or flat and too shiny. It starts becoming much, much more. It becomes something else in itself. It becomes very glamorous, right? So do you see how I took it from something that looked very flat without a lot of style, and then like this, just with my fingertips. And what's nice, but you know, that gives you two worlds. When you get your first wig, one of the first things you're going to think when you put a wig on is that is too much hair. Why? Because you've lost your hair over time. Your eyes have gotten used to seeing you with flat, thin hair. And so when you first put a wig on, you just think, oh my gosh, that's too much. Go with something that, as you saw with this, it was very sleeked down. It was much flatter. It looked a lot less density and a lot less hair. So you could go that direction first, but look, you can get all this gorgeous hairstyle and you're going to get used to it. It took me, ladies, if you're a beginner, when I was a beginner, I started a year and a half ago, it took me a good 6 months that I was really super comfortable in a wig in front of everybody. And it took me wearing it and looking in the mirror and wearing it and looking in the mirror and then finally saying, okay, yeah, that's me. And then getting really comfortable. And then when you start going out and all your friends and people and family are saying, wow, your hair looks fabulous. Wow, where'd you get who does your hair? When you start getting those type of compliments, you're going to feel like $1,000,000 and you're going to be much more confident. And so that's what it's going to take, is when you first get a wig, play with it, make it your own, wake it up. Don't be afraid to get in there with brushes. If this was too much hair for you, do you know that you could take it to a stylist, or if you're comfortable yourself, they can thin this out for you. They can actually take some of this weight out of it and make it thinner for you. This color is so natural, and so I'm just obsessed. I'm obsessed with this Zoe. She's definitely going to be one of my go-tos. I want to place it a little bit more. The great thing about a wig like this is, guess what? If I get caught out in the rain, nothing's going to happen to this wig. It's going to always keep its curl. This isn't synthetic. It's always going to keep this curl in it. You're not going to have to worry about styling it, except for like what I'm doing to make it your own. So you could actually bring it down even a little bit more as a side swoop. Maybe you want to swoop over a little bit more towards your face here. You can see, because it has such a great hairline, you can pull it back away from your face. But I think I want to kind of go for, because this is how I wish my hair would really do. I'm going to smooth it a little bit down there. Turn around for you so you can see the side. It's nice the way it goes down the nape of the neck. Let's look at this side. This is Zoe in the color 60-101. This gray stack bob that's lace front that you just can't go wrong on. If you're looking for a great wig, beginner or not, this is a great wig. I've tried on quite a few wigs, and I have to say, this one I'm obsessed with, because I think I could wear this every day, and she's going to be that wig that no one is going to know that Mel B has done anything except is having a fantastic hair day. And I'm going to leave everything about her down in the description, and there is a code, a discount code for her, Melby25, to get 25% off of this great little wig. And I think you can't go wrong. First wig or your 100th. And I'll see you in the next video. Doing my darlings. Bye.